Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the 22nd Annual Garden State Film Festival. We are live at the Shared Universe Podcast Lounge at the Berkeley Hotel in the beautiful city of Asbury Park, New Jersey. Yes. My name is Ming Chen.
CJ Cullen.
And Eric Ascalon in the house. Now you're a guest.
Yeah.
Now you're in the hot seat.
I'm in the hot seat. I'm not used to that.
Yeah, for sure. But the Garden State Film Festival going great this year.
It's amazing.
Everyone's having a great time.
Amazing.
Everyone's just having a blast here, man.
People are having a blast. The film blocks are just packed.
Yeah, they're packed.
Packed
with
like
people.
standing
It's
room
great.
only, and,
Intriguing, engaging Q&As, and
standing room only.
I know we have another hour left and the awards ceremony, but I say it's a hit, man.
Huge
I say
hit.
a bona
Some of the
fide.
best films we've ever featured
Yeah,
this year. So.
for sure. But there's another side to the film festival that I was not aware of.
A little section that was going on today.
Yeah, so there's a environmental and sustainability. It's a
environmental sustainability. Two things we're very proactive about at the festival, as well as ADA and DEI initiatives. And I wanted to talk a little bit about those.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. Where do you want to start? You want to start with
I'll just give you a little background.
And that's your background, correct?
Yeah, it is. So just in terms of the festival. So the festival, people sometimes say, it's amazing that this thing happens every year, and it happens largely with volunteers.
Yes.
We have an incredible staff.
Yeah, big time.
Kristen and as our operations director, and Lauren, of course, our executive director, and just a great operations staff, and then but it's largely run by volunteers, both volunteers, at the festival itself, but we also have an all volunteer board, and of which Ming, you're a part of that board.
Yes,
and
very proud.
We're proud to have you on that board.
Very proud member.
And I have the privilege of chairing the board.
Yep.
And the board is kind of diverse. We have people in the film industry on the board, and we have people that have nothing to do with the film industry but offer other skills and backgrounds that assist. So. I have the privilege of chairing this group of really dedicated folks that just volunteer their time to the betterment of the festival and what we're doing, and in the furtherance of our mission, which is to really profile the art of, highlight the art of filmmaking in New Jersey, and help kind of educate and inspire the next generation of filmmakers. Yeah. And one of the things that we take really seriously, or a couple of the things, is kind of on the ADA side, we want to make the festival, and the DEI side, we want to make the festival really inclusive to all, and from an ADA compliancy standpoint, we go above and beyond.
Yep.
So at the festival, for instance, we offer for any wheelchair bound people, we offer free admission for themselves plus a caretaker. And we make sure that all the venues are ADA compliant and accessible. And for the sight impaired, we offer with advance notice Braille programs.
Amazing.
So we
hearing,
do.
You have like audio,
and then we have hearing impaired audio, and we have certain blocks. We have caption blocks, and so we really want to make this a festival that people from with any disability or from all backgrounds can appreciate. As part of that, the actual programming, we have blocks that highlight different groups and LGBT film blocks for that celebrate African Americans and other minorities and folks from different cultural and ethnic backgrounds, and it really adds a lot of of interest to the festival. So,
and you had a block today on environmental.
So that's the next thing I want to talk about. We're trying to be at the forefront of sustainability and environmentalism among film festivals in the country, and towards that, I'm also the chair of a relatively new environmental committee, where we're going to have folks from all kinds of area environmental organizations and businesses that are sustainably minded, and we're going to come together and we're going to kind of create a playbook, not just for the Garden State Film Festival, but a model that we want to kind of disseminate throughout and get other film festivals around the country to embrace sustainability, because it's really critical. You know, any kind of event or big gathering of folks is going to have an environmental
impact.
Footprint,
Yep.
an
Yeah, an impact.
And there are simple things that can be done that can lessen that impact.
Yeah. Do you have any examples?
You know, just simply recycling.
Recycling.
You know, that's
Okay.
a big one. And my own background, I have a day job. I'm the global director of community development for a mission-based company called TerraCycle. And at TerraCycle, we come up with solutions for recycling those things that can't traditionally be recycled. So not your curbside bottles and cans, but we have material scientists that come up with solutions to recycle all kinds of other things. And if we bring that kind of just even basic recycling and difficult to recycling things into the arena, into the venues, and really make that kind of a mandate, like if film festivals have the power to say, hey, if you want to host our festival at your venues, we need to make sure that you're recycling, because it's surprisingly how many venues don't. So simple things like that. Simple things like, we have partnerships. In the past, we've had partnerships with the New Jersey Department of Transportation relative to giving discounts to folks that use public transportation to get to the film festival. So there's all kinds of things like that, and we don't have all the answers, and there's really not a playbook specific to film festivals. We've looked far and wide for other film festivals that are doing something proactive, and they're really not, So we want to get together some of the finest minds around and come up with kind of a playbook and then share it with other festivals, because, we can make an impact at our own festival, that's great, but if we could kind of build kind of a model playbook for this, there are hundreds of festivals around, film festivals, and other types of festivals that can benefit from this.
Yeah, for sure.
And collectively, the impact could be
set the
amazing.
stage for to be more sustainable, for sure.
So
Absolutely.
when you had the block of films, and were there all different faucets of different types of environmental films that were there?
Right. So every year we have an environmental film block of films that are that deal with subjects of sustainability and the environment, and that could be kind of very broad. So we had our block this year was early this afternoon, and it was an amazing array of films that dealt with in different genres. We had a couple short animation shorts in the block. I think 3 different animation shorts. And one You Are Not Small. We just
animated film.
And we just and they're very powerful in ways of engaging kids on sustainability.
Right.
Then we had other. We had a film, and I forgive me, I forget the title, but it was put together by a couple of Rutgers science students on the Delaware Bay and the horseshoe crab populations there. And it was just utterly like you're watching this thing and it's like watching a Nova episode, and it was put together by a couple of students, some Rutgers students who are not even film majors. Wow. They were science majors, and they figured out how to put together a film, which was absolutely amazing. And then we had films on different Jersey Shore related topics, but we also do, in other years, we've had films on everything from light pollution to all kind of climate issues. A couple years ago, we had a great film called Pine Mud, which was a film about the Pine Barrens and the New Jersey Pine Barrens, which is very close to my heart. I spent a lot of time hanging out in the Pine Barrens ever since I was a kid, causing trouble and such. The film Pine Mud by a gentleman, Jason Howell. He is he's a environmental activist that works closely in the Pinelands and with an organization called the Pinelands Preservation Alliance. And he did a film, or he was the subject of a film by a filmmaker, Jared, and what's his last name? I forget Jared's last name. But anyway, the film was about a debate that's raging in the Pinelands about the subject of off-road vehicle use in the Pinelands and how it's impacting one of the most pristine pieces of land on the East Coast.
Yeah, untouched land. Yeah, for sure.
So the range of films that we have in these environmental blocks, they cover all kinds of issues of sustainability and the environment, and when we want to grow that, and we want to encourage more filmmakers out there to profile this subject matter, because we know by creating films we're educating the population on issues that are we can't ignore.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
How long have you had the environmental film block?
As long as I can remember. So I've been involved in the festival for about a decade, and I think it's always been there.
Okay, it's a staple at this point.
It's pretty much a staple, and it was a packed house today. We had it in Asbury Lane, so it's a very popular.
Was there
film
anything
block.
On the beaches and the erosion, anything like that?
So this year, actually, we didn't. Not specifically on that topic. We had a great film. By our founder Diane Raver that did a film on this amazing longboard surf competition that occurs in Manasquan every year. And then we did a fascinating. It wasn't like it was environmental adjacent, but it was about the Seagert.
The lifeguard.
The Seagert lifeguards.
Yep.
Phenomenal movie.
Yeah, this is why we train. Yes, we talked to the filmmaker.
Oh, phenomenal movie.
With the footage the actual footage.
Actual footage. So this was a spoiler alert. Kind of. This was a film about a rescue of a drowning surfer.
Yeah. His life was absolutely saved
and all this, and the surfer was wearing a GoPro.
Yep.
So all that footage, including the footage of him drowning, was part of the film, which is like
it's insane.
Watching this. You're sitting at the edge of your seats. It was very difficult to watch this, and the gentleman Paul, who was the drowning victim, was in the audience, front and center.
Yeah, he was on the couch.
And that was just something. And obviously he survived because he's with us and he was saved. But the fact that he was watching and then he spoke afterwards, and it was very moving.
Yeah,
so,
he was willing to have a story told, which was
saying, now I just saw an article on Atlantic City how the beach erosion right now, and they got to get sand.
Huge problem.
How are they going to get it through the town? Are they going to pay? The hotel's going to pay? What's going to happen?
Right.
For the beaches, they got to be ready.
Yeah.
Soon.
And it's getting and the beach erosion process, problem is getting worse every year due to sea level rise and such. So and it's in New Jersey alone, it's a multi-billion-dollar problem, and it's getting worse. So we need to fix it all. So
that was interesting because right outside
our
is
film
the
block.
beach.
Our film block will solve all these problems. Don't worry.
It won't hurt. It won't hurt.
No,
It makes people aware.
It makes people aware. It takes a lot of a lot of people to do a little to make.
Yeah, everything helps. Yeah, how many films were in the block? Ballpark? Do you remember?
Oh, there were about a bunch of shorts. I think there were about 7 or 8.
Oh wow, okay, that's a good
altogether.
number. So I'm sure that'll grow from here on out.
Really.
Sure.
Great films. So.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And and I want to thank you guys for what you've been doing. I know
come on,
you've
this
been
is
kind of sleepless and just
we just every weekend, man. We train for this,
We're
man.
just doing a lot in a row. That's
but it really adds it adds such kind of value to the festival and to the filmmakers, and it makes it it makes it really an activity that I think what you're doing really makes this one of the most kind of filmmaker-friendly festivals.
Oh, good, yeah. We love filmmakers.
Not too many have a podcasting couch at
No.
their festival.
In this
room.
Great hotel, which I learned was once owned by Johnny Cash.
Yes, it was. Yep. He was an owner. His footprint, his fingerprints all over this hotel. And, the echoes, I'm sure he's played here as well. So, no doubt.
Yeah, you could feel it.
Yeah, the man in black, man. He's still here. He's still here with us.
Yeah.
For sure. Well, thanks. This fest has been great. And, it doesn't happen without your leadership. So, you're a huge contributor
it's
for
been
sure.
A pleasure being part of this. And
for sure.
It's been a long weekend. Since
board
Thursday
members,
morning.
volunteers, sponsors, audience. Like it's kind of like I'm just one cog in a machine that
important cog though. Man.
That is really it's really something special. And if you're not here now, then make an effort to come next year. You will not regret it.
Yeah, I know. We were talking to founder Diane Raver. We were like, hey, this weekend went way too fast. When do we get the fortnight? We need a fortnight. Yeah. And she's like, we're not getting a fortnight. She said, maybe one day, maybe a week.
2 weekends.
Yeah, her dream is one weekend to another weekend.
But just a continuous festival
that
never
year?
ends. Never ends. It's just like
would
ongoing.
be crazy. But hey, stranger things have happened for sure.
The whole month, the Garden State month.
Yeah. Well, thanks for educating us on the environmental sustainability and ADA compliance, and this festival is for everybody, my friends, and we might keep it going forever. So for sure, thank you very much, man. Eric Ascalon, everybody. Yes,
thank you.
He's a host. He's a get. Whoa. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. Sorry,
Stephanie.
Yeah. Sorry, we got distracted, ladies and gentlemen. It happens. It happens.
It's all quiet here now because everyone's getting ready.
Everyone's getting ready for the awards gala tonight.
I've got to do my hair for the gala tonight. So.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm gonna get out of a hoodie for one. So, although one year I did throw a jacket over my hoodie, and I was like, yeah, I did. Yeah,
that's a good look.
And I had a beer in my pocket. It was very me that year.
Yes.
It was very me that year.
Did you have a tie?
I did not wear a tie.
Yeah.
I was in the corporate world. I tried not to wear ties. Although I think I'm going to wear one tonight. No, half Windsor not. Yeah. So for sure.
A little bow tie would be nice.
But I'll leave that for Mike Vezza. I'm not a bow tie guy for sure. Although I have rocked one, but yeah. So, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we're not done. We have a few more interviews left. Stay tuned.
Yes.
But thank you very much, man, and thanks for jumping in as a host as well.
Yes,
so always welcome on this couch here at the Shared Universe Podcast Lounge. Stay tuned, everybody. We'll be back soon.